Alright, so here's going to be our first little kind of self-made animation. It's not going to be a ball bounce or something like that, so this one might be a little more interesting. We're going to start by creating a new HD document. Alright, and I highly suggest you zoom out for this one at the very beginning at least. Alright, so let's go over here to our default assets. If you remember from like your tutorials that you did, we're going to select a background skyscrapers, just click and drag it over and drop it. Alright, now I want you to set it so that the left side of it matches up with your stage. Okay. Then I want you to go ahead and we are going to right click it, create a motion tween. Okay, this is going to give us 1 second's worth, and make sure you're on frame 30 and then drag your skyscraper over. Alright, now to preview this, it should look like our skyscraper is moving from left to right. Okay. If you feel like this is too fast, you can always extend it out. There we go. Okay. And honestly, that kind of works better. So go ahead and take it out to 2 seconds. All right. Make sure you come all the way back to frame 1. All right. And I'm going to actually hide this for right now and zoom in a little bit. Let's see. All right, that should work. All right, you're going to create a little plane. Okay, I'm going to draw like a little airplane, a paper airplane. All right, and no. Make sure you're on a different layer. So I'm just going to draw a little airplane, paper airplane. Just kind of do some clicking around. If you need to zoom in, do so. Oops. One thing about the pen tool is you don't always kind of get what you want or what you think you'd be doing. Let's see. Okay, so I've got my little paper airplane. I'm going to come over here to my colors, and I'm going to select a color, click on my paint bucket tool, and I'm going to color it. Okay, do whatever colors you want. That's not the important part, of course. Once you've got this done, go to your selection tool, select your entire paper airplane and convert it to a symbol and give it a name. Alright, so now we can actually animate this. Alright, I'm going to make this visible again. Hit both of them. There we go. Now notice my paper airplane is not on top. I need to drag my layer 1, give it a name, and put it on top. Because remember, they stack on top of each other. Okay. So for right now, if I play this, my airplane is going to disappear because it doesn't have any more frames. Okay. So best way to fix this: click on frame 60 of skyscrapers, hold down Shift, click on frame 60 of the airplane layer, and click the auto insert keyframe. All right. So now if we play, it looks like our airplane is actually flying through this city. All right, here's a preview of if I were to export it. All right, now that's all fun and dandy and easy. We don't want that, of course. We actually need to put in some work. All right, so no paper airplane or airplane in general is going to fly straight. So what we need to do is create a motion tween. All right. So here, every couple of frames, I'm gonna kind of change its position. But you notice I'm not going left and right, because if I were going to the right, that means my airplane would be speeding up in the air somehow, because it would be moving right as my background moved left, which would mean it would be speeding up. But if I keep it in the same location, the same like X position, then it's not going to look like it's speeding up. Now, you might want to kind of emphasize that it's speeding up if it's like dipping or something like that. We always want to bring it back to probably about the same X position. Okay. So I'm just going to go and do this a couple of times. And what I want to make sure I do is my transform window, okay, which you go to window, transform, and I just have mine dragged over here. Yours will probably pop up in the middle. I'm going to rotate it so that it looks like I'm kind of going up, like the wind is picking it up. And this might seem a little, you know, tedious, but it's really not. Just go a couple frames. And remember, the more frames you have between your last frame, the more like speed it looks like it has. All right, now I'm going to do like a little loop. And we will see how this looks. It may not look good. I might have to scrap it. Notice I'm kind of making my way back to where I kind of started. Made a little movement there I didn't want. Okay, and then moving it along. All right, we'll play it. Alright, so a couple things I need to fix here. I have it kind of going up without it tilting up. Basically, you want to make sure that the wind, is hitting it, it's coming up, so on and so forth. Alright, so go ahead and complete this. Make it about 2 seconds long, and then make sure you file, save as, and we're going to name it airplane1. Save it to your Creative Cloud, file, export as video media, export, and then turn it in.